This is Bridge with Stephen. Today we're going to be discussing minor suit opening bids and the responses, and then opener's first rebid. We're talking about one level of minor suit opening bids, one club and 1Diamond. We're not talking about the strong 2-club opening bid or the weak 2-diamond opening bid. So we're talking about 12 to 21 point hands that are unsuitable for an opening bid of 1 heart, 1 spade, 1 no trump, or 2 no trump. These hands would require 5-card majors, and these hands would require balanced hands with specific point ranges, usually 15 to 17 to 20 to 21. When we have a hand that's appropriate to open with one of these bids, we do so. But when we don't have that kind of hand, but we still have the 12 to 21 points, we open in a minor. This sort of indicates to us that minors are really third-class citizens after major suits and no trump. And that's a result of the way that Bridge is scored. We generally can make an extra trick if we're playing in a trump suit compared to if we're playing a no trump, assuming that both options are possible. So for example, if we have an 8-card spade fit, we have an 8-card club fit, and we have the other 2 suits stopped, and we have the option of either playing in some number of spades, some number of clubs, or some number of no trump. If we assume that the spades and clubs contracts will make one more trick than the no trump, then we find we get the best payoff for the spade contract. Let's say 2 spades making 2, as opposed to 1 no trump making 1, or as opposed to 2 clubs making 2. So that's why we're always looking for the major suit fit when possible. When we don't have a major suit fit of 8 cards or more, we settle for no trump when that's possible, and only when it's not possible to do either do we settle for a minor suit part scorer game or slam. Okay, let's talk about the idea of the convenient minor versus the short club. Now these 2 terms they only differ from one another with this shaped hand, specifically 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs. What the people who play short club are doing that is different is, just as they won't open a 4-card major, they won't open a 3-card diamond suit. They want to have 4 diamonds if they open 1 diamond. So when they have this shaped hand, they can't open a spade, they can't open a heart, they can't open a diamond, they have to open a club, and they may be as short as 2. But if we play what's called the convenient minor, when we have this hand, we open at a diamond. And we don't mind the fact that it will be a 3-card suit some percentage of the time. And we'll talk about that in a moment, what percentage of the time that is. So assuming that we can't open a heart, a spade, a no trump, or 2 no trump, we're going to open a minor. Which minor do we open? Well, when they're not the same length, we open the longer one. We're going to see there's an exception to that. But here we have 4-4-2-3 shape. So with 3 clubs and 2 diamonds, we don't have a 5-card major to open a heart or a spade. We don't have enough high card points to open a no trump. So we're going to be opening a minor, and we're going to be opening 1 club by default. On the other hand, when our shape looks more like this, we're going to be opening the diamond because it's longer than the club. Now here's the exception, what I'm calling the problem hand. When you have a shape like this, for example, 2-2, or this could be 3-1, but we have 4 diamonds and 5 clubs. The problem with opening this hand with the longer minor is if you open in clubs and then have to rebid diamonds, you've done what's called reversed. And that generally shows at least an ace better than a minimum opening hand. And if your hand isn't good enough to reverse, you should not open this hand 1 club. Most people have settled on opening it 1 diamond and then rebidding clubs. So we must be sensitive to the fact that when opener bids a diamond and then rebids clubs, may have longer clubs than diamonds. That's possible. Now, if the 2 minors are equal in length, when they're both 3-card suits, we bid 1 club. But when they're 4-4 or 5-5, we bid the diamonds first. We open 1 diamond instead. So here would be an example of a hand where the minors are 3-3, and we would open this hand 1 club. But here, where we're 4-4, we would open a diamond, and here where we're 5-5, we would open a diamond again. Okay? So, if we bid this way, and what I've described here is the convenient minor, I'm ignoring the short club and the requirement for 4 diamonds to open 1 diamond. I'm allowing an opening bid of 1 diamond with 3. If we bid this way, when we open 1 club, we will have a 4+ club suit 84% of the time, or 5 times out of 6. Now, is that good enough to raise partners clubs with just 4? Most people think no. If partner opens in clubs and you want to raise clubs, you probably should have 5, because partner is 1 chance out of 6 going to only have 3 clubs. On the other hand, the only hand that is open 1 diamond with a 3-card diamond suit all other one diamond opening bids have at least a 4-card diamond suit, is once again this hand. And of all the opening bids that are of 1 diamond following this menu, 24 out of 25 will have a 4-card or longer diamond suit. That's 96%. So you're on much more comfortable ground raising 1 diamond with only 4. Sure, you'll find a 3-card diamond suit now and again, but only once out of the 25 times. Now, having discussed how to open 1 club or 1 diamond, let's talk about responders menu. And it's prioritized. What that means is that we do these things in this order. If we must do this, we do this. If we can do this, we do this. If we can do this, we do this. If we can do either of these, we do this one. That's what I mean by prioritize. They come in order of our preference. Now, pass with 0 to 5 points. I'm going to make a comment about that. That's not always strictly true. If partner opens a club and you've got a singleton club and 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, and 4 spades, and maybe only about 3 or 4 points, you might consider bidding a diamond and passing whatever partner's rebid is. If partner rebids a heart, you pass that. If partner rebids a spade, you pass that. If partner rebids a no trump, you pass that. But in general, we don't bid unless we have 6 points. Okay, now we're going to see this same order of major is prioritized over no trump, which is prioritized over minors. When we can bid a 4-card major, because we have at least 6 points, we do that. That's our first choice whenever that's an option. If we have both majors, we bid the longer major. So for example, with this hand, if partners open a club or a diamond, we're going to bid 1 spade. If we get a second bid, we'll bid 2 hearts. And in that way, partner will know that we were 5-4. Because when we're 4-4, we bid up the line. So when we're 4-4 like this, if partner opens a club or a diamond, we'll bid the hearts first. And if partner wants to bid spades, then we'll be happy to raise that. However, if we're 5-5 in the majors, we bid the spades first. It's the opposite order. So remember, 4-4, we go up the line, but if we're 5-5, we bid the spades first, and then we bid the hearts second, and if we have a chance, we rebid the hearts. And in that way, we show at least 5 spades and at least 5 hearts. So this would be such a hand. Partners open one of a minor, we're going to bid spades first, then we're going to bid hearts, and if it comes up again, we're going to bid hearts a second time to show this shape. Now, if we don't have a 4-card major, like all of these 3 hands, we consider a no trump call. With about 6 to 10, it'll be 1 no trump, so 1 club, 1 no trump. With 11 to 12, we'll bid 2 no trump, and with 13 or more, we'll bid 3 no trump. These hands are getting progressively stronger. This one has 7, 9 high card points, so after 1 club or 1 diamond, you're going to call 1 no trump. But this hand is a queen stronger, so the call would be 2 no trump. And this hand here is an ace stronger than that one, so after 1 club or 1 diamond, the call would be 3 no trump. Notice that a no trump call after a minor suit opening bid denies a 4-card major, because if we had a 4-card major, we wouldn't have gotten past this point on the list. Okay, now if we can't bid a 4-card major or we can't bid no trump, those don't seem appropriate to us. We have a few other options. Number 1, we can raise partners minor. With about 6 to 10 points, we make a minimal raise or a simple raise, such as 1 club, 2 clubs. Remember I said we need 5, or we really ought to have 5 to raise clubs. Whereas with 11 to 12 points, we can make a limit raise, 1 diamond, 3 diamonds. Here, we prefer 5, but we will settle for 4. And I'll just make a point here, because a lot of people watching now are aware of a convention called inverted minors. What a lot of people do is reverse these two, so that the weaker hand gets the 1 diamond, 3 diamond call. It's sort of weaker and preemptive, whereas the simple raise, 1 club, 2 clubs shows a better hand. And the reason for doing that is when you have a better hand, maybe 10 or more points as responder, partners open, you want to explore for the possibility of a no trump contract. Like I said, minor suit contracts are third-class citizens, so if we have a situation where we can raise partners minor suit, and we showing at least a limit raise or better, then the partnership can start showing one another stoppers to see whether no trump is feasible or whether they're forced to play in their minor. And another possibility, the last possibility, is bid the other minor. So again, minors are last, that's why they're both on the bottom. Here we've raised partners minor, here we're not. We're bidding the other minor. 1 diamond. If you say 2 clubs after partners 1 diamond opening bid, you ought to have if you're playing 2 over 1 game force, and this is a game forcing auction, you should actually have a better hand than this, but if you're just playing standard American, what you need is about 11 points and a 5-card suit generally. On the other hand, when the bidding goes 1 club, 1 diamond, we need much less. A 4-card suit is enough, and so is 6 points. Okay, now here's one problem hand I want to discuss with you. You're a responder, partner's open in a minor. Let's say partner's open 1 club. Partner has to have open a club. And you have a longer diamond suit, but a 4-card major. What's your response going to be after 1 club? Is it going to be 1 diamond, or is it going to be something else? Well, here's the problem. If you bid 1 diamond with this weaker hand, and it's got 3, 5, 6, 7 high card points, if you bid 1 diamond with this weaker hand, 1 club, pass, 1 diamond, and left-hand opponent bids 1 spade, you may fail to find a 4-4 heart fit. So when your hand is weak and you're only expecting to make 1 call, bid the major. So with this weaker hand, the bidding should go 1 club, pass, 1 heart. On the other hand, with increased strength, where you're willing to come in and make another call, go ahead and show your actual shape and bid the diamonds first. So with this much better hand, after 1 club, my response is going to be 1 diamond, and hopefully partner will bid a heart. If not, no problem. I'm not worried about left-hand opponent shutting us out with a spade, overcall to my left. All right. Let's look at opener's first rebid, prioritized. So openers bid a minor suit, 1 club, 1 diamond, and responder has made one of these calls. Here's what we do. If partner has bid a 4-card major, and we have 4 of them of our own, we raise partner's major. If we have a minimum 1 level opening bid, we make a simple raise. So 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 spades. With an intermediate strength 1 level opening bid, we make a jump raise. So now the option might go something like 1 club, 1 heart, 3 hearts. And with the maximal 1 level opening bid, we just bid game. 1 club, 1 spade, 4 spades. And I should mention that if you happen to have shortness in your hand, you might consider making a splinter bid instead. So with a singleton diamond or diamond void, that same option might go 1 club, 1 spade, 4 diamonds. But in either case, we're forcing the game, and we're showing support for partner spades. Now, sometimes the first rebid can be 1 heart or 1 spade. We have a 4-card major of our own, and let's say we've opened the bidding 1 club, partner's bid a diamond. We can now bid a heart with a 4-card heart suit, or a spade if we didn't have that, if we had a 4-card spade suit instead. Or had the bidding on 1 diamond from us and 1 heart from partner, if we don't have 4-card heart support, we can now show a 4-card spade suit. It should be noted that these auctions, while not forcing, neither of these bids is forcing, these hands can be as strong as about 18 points. With a better hand, 19 points, opener will jump shift. So the bidding with 19 or more points, we get 1 club, 1 diamond, 2 hearts. But with 12 to 18, it's going to look like this. Which is why we always try to scrape up a response to these calls when possible. We really have to have a rock bottom minimum to want to pass that, because we may actually have a game. Okay, now if we can't bid a major, we can't raise partner's major or bid a new major of our own, we're going to bid no trump if balanced. Now when we're 12 to 14 points, we rebid 1 no trump. So 1 club, 1 heart, 1 no trump. And with 18 to 19, we jump in no trump. 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 no trump. What happened to 15 to 17? Well, if you had a balanced 15 to 17, you didn't open a minor, you opened 1 no trump. And what happened to 20 to 21? Same thing. If you had a balanced 20 to 21, you didn't open one of a minor, you opened 2 no trump. Okay, so if we can't bid a major, and if we aren't right for no trump, we can bid a minor, and here are some of the options. One is raise partner's minor. You've opened a club, partner's bid a diamond, maybe you have diamond support, and so you raise to 2 diamonds. That's one option. Or you might have a 6-card minor of your own and want to rebid it. With a minimal opening bid, the bidding would go something like 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 diamonds. With an intermediate strength opening bid, we make a jump rebid. 1 diamond, 1 spade, 3 diamonds. Or we can bid the unbid minor. So I open a diamond, partner responds a heart. If I don't have support for the hearts and no trump doesn't look right, I might bid 2 clubs. But I would emphasize to you once again, when the bidding goes 1 diamond, 2 clubs in this one particular auction, be sensitive to the possibility that partner has 4 diamonds and 5 clubs, and not 5-4. Okay, and then finally, opener can pass if responder has made a non-forcing response. That is, if opener has a minimum. So for example, if a responder is responding to no trump at any level, 1 diamond, 1 no trump, you can pass. 1 diamond, 2 no trump, you can pass. If partner has raised your minor, you've opened a club and partner's bid 2 clubs or 3 clubs, that's not a forcing bid, you can pass that as well. If responder is a passed hand, suppose responder is already passed, you in 3rd or 4th seed open a diamond, now partner bids a spade, that's a hand you can pass if you open with a minimum. And then finally, if you play the jump shifts are weak, I've opened a diamond and partner's bid 2 spades, I can pass that hand. In fact, I probably should. Okay, now we're going to try to reinforce some of these points that we just went over with the quiz. These are all, the question is always, what do we open with each of these? All right, let's look at them one at a time. We've got 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have a minimum opening bid. We can't open a heart or a spade. We don't have the strength to open no trumps, so we're going to open them in a minor. And which one? The longer one. So we're going to open 1 club with this hand. With this hand, we have 2, 6, 8, 12, 14 high card points. Once again, not quite enough for a 1 no trump opening bid, and we don't have a 5 card major, so we're going to open a minor. Once again, the longest minor, the longer minor. This time it's going to be 1 diamond. With this hand, we have 7, 9, 9 and 7 is 16, 17, 18, 19 points. This hand is too strong for a 1 no trump opening bid, not strong enough for a 2 no trump opening bid, so we're going to open in a minor because we don't have a 5 card major, and the minor will be the longer minor, but in this case they're equal in length, and we said when they're equal in length and both suits are 3 cards, we're going to open a club. Okay, with this hand, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 7 is 14. We're going to open, we can't open in a major, we can't open no trump, we're going to open in a minor. We don't have a longer minor. When we're 4-4, we're going to open 1 diamond. This hand, 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 high card points. We're going to open this in a minor, and it's going to be the 5 card diamond suit, because we're equal in length. And as we said earlier, when we're either 4-4 or 5-4, we open in the diamonds, but when we're 3-3, we open in the clubs. Now this hand's a little bit of a trick question. If you look at it too quickly, you'll probably want to open 1 club. But that would be a mistake, because this hand has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points. This is a balanced 16 points. You're going to want to open this one no trump, not 1 club. This hand's kind of interesting. We've got 5 spades and 7 diamonds. We're going to open that 1 diamond. And then we're going to bid spades next and rebid spades. Now some people would disagree with that and would open a spade anyway. But I think most bridge players will open a 7 card minor or a 6 card minor before a 5 card major. And then finally, with a hand like this is another one where you might be too careless. You might say, well, I don't have a 5 card major, I have to open a diamond. But you didn't count the hand. This is 9 high card points here, 13 and 7 is 23. This is a strong 2 club opening bid. You don't open this one at the 1 level. Okay, now how are we going to respond to partner's 1 club opening bid? We're assuming no interference. Well, these are the hands we were just talking about before. This hand is weak. If you open 1 diamond, and like I said, you get a 1 spade overcall on your left, you and your partner may fail to find a 4-4 heart fit. So a lot of experienced players recommend responding 1 heart when the hand is this weak. On the other hand, this hand is different in 2 ways. It's stronger, and the major is spades. So we're not really quite as worried about an overcall on our left in spades that, or in any suit to keep us from finding a 4-4 spade fit. So with a hand like this, the response to 1 club is probably going to be 1 diamond. And then if partner has 4 hearts, he'll bid 4 spades. He'll bid spades. Okay, now what do we do after partner's 1 diamond opening bid with these hands? I think the most important message from this whole discussion is you do not bypass a 4 card major when you have one. Okay, don't raise the diamonds. Don't bid no trump. You want to show your spades, so your response is 1 spade. If you don't bid 4 card majors, and you and your partner have a 4-4 major suit fit, you just simply won't find it. You have to bid the 4 card major. Now here, this one's a little different. We have a 4 card major, but we have both of them. So which one do we bid? Well, when they're of unequal length, we bid the longer one, but these 2 are equal. And we said when they're 4-4, we bid up the line. So after 1 diamond, the response is 1 heart. But with this hand, again, we have both majors, but they're not equal. We have a 5-card spade suit and a 4-card heart suit. So after 1 diamond, we're going to bid 1 spade. And if we get a chance to, we're going to bid a heart the next time. And the fact that we bid spades first, followed by hearts, means that we have at least 5 spades and at least 4 hearts. We may have more of both. It may be 5-5, we may be 6-5, 6-4. Okay, now here we are with both majors again. We're 5-5, and again, when we're 5-5, we're going to bid the spades first. We're only going up the line when we're 4-4. When we're 5-5, we're bidding the spades. We're going to next bid the hearts, and if we get a chance, we're going to rebid the hearts to show that this was a 5-card suit. Yet we bid spades first, so we're guaranteeing at least 5 shape in the majors. Now, after 1 diamond, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 high card points, you haven't got a major to bid, which would have been your highest priority. So now we consider no trump. Is this hand appropriate for no trump? Yes, it is. So the bid would be after 1 club or 1 diamond, we would bid 2 no trump because we have the 11 and 12 point range. With this hand, after partner bids a diamond, we're probably going to raise diamonds. It's you might pass it because it's only 7 high card points, but I wouldn't. I think you should raise the diamonds. So the bidding would go 1 diamond, 2 diamonds if you play the original form, and if you play inverted, it would go 1 diamond, 3 diamonds. And with this hand, after partner bids a diamond, you're going to bid 2 clubs. 7, 8, and 6 is 14 high card points. You don't have another call. You can't bid a major. You're not going to raise the diamonds. You're not going to pass. After 1 diamond, the correct call is 2 clubs. And that's whether you play 2 or 1 game force or not. Okay, that's it for today.